Yeah,
It's time.
it's that time.
How long?
What do you know?
Wait. Are you just eating graham crackers? Just plain graham crackers with nothing on them right now.
Do you not?
Chris is allowed to eat whatever he wants.
You don't?
It's
He's a
his
grown
backstory.
I assumed
You don't
it
just
was a
wreck a whole
Pop-Tart light.
sleeve?
I can put sleeves down. Is my
That's what I'm
thing.
saying.
My thing is I can put sleeves down.
It's delicious. Just raw cinnamon sugar straight to my
Okay.
bloodstream.
Yeah, just wanted to make sure that that's what I was seeing.
Hey, mainline sugar. Do it.
Mainline these nuts.
Bread makes you fat?
Bread makes you fat.
Only if you don't run fast enough.
Very fair.
Yeah.
Joke's on you. I don't run at all.
The correlation between like fitness and weight loss is how fast you run.
That's it, yeah. Just gotta go
Instead of
fast.
like building habits or doing it consistently, like the faster you go.
Coincidentally, the faster you are, the straighter you are too, because the gay thoughts can't catch you.
That's
Hey,
right.
Hey,
True.
Can confirm. Worked for
As a
years.
sprinter, as a queer sprinter, I object to that.
Oh, well. We weren't going
I'm
fast enough,
clearly a
clearly.
sprinter.
Yeah, you must not be very good.
Training.
You gotta Usain Bolt that shit.
No.
Well, this is where we're at.
Speaking about running the gay thoughts.
Yeah, yeah.
We're there's a lot hanging over us right now.
Yeah,
You guys
yeah.
talking about? This is like a low key session, right? This is gonna be like a normal like low key session.
I
Yeah,
don't think anything
yeah.
happened.
The
Like,
whole
that's
party is
fun.
gonna die.
Hardcore. We just had a hardcore fight. You know, we got a good session.
Yeah,
now.
you gotta space
Yeah.
it out.
We're
Yeah.
Space it
reconnecting with a
out.
friend.
There's not going to
TBH.
be anything else for your characters to worry about.
No, we're all buddies.
TPK, TPK,
They
TPK,
they won't
TPK,
have
TPK.
any more worries
Good.
after this
I think
session.
I already don't have any more worries. I'm part of the new covenant. Hi, I'm Koigrim.
When in doubt, just back your soul up onto a flash
Yeah,
Oh
a
my
hard drive.
God.
Give
I
us
just
your
realized that
Firefly
you-
elevator
flash drive.
pitch.
Fucking the new covenant is all about Hakuna Matata. Oh my god.
Have you heard about our Lord and Savior?
Have you ever just wanted
Lord
to
of
plant
Flowers.
trees for the rest of your existence? Hi,
Yeah,
I'm Koigrim.
Are you a night owl?
you ever wanted to belong to a plant?
I wanna run the clip of Commander Riker from the other show he did, where he was just like, "Did you have a pet? Did you ever?"
Oh, where he just has
imagine-
questions?
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh man, oh man.
Hot dang, gang.
Well,
Strong start.
you know, I think it's gonna be fine for me.
What?
So what do
uh-huh.
you say?
What are we
You don't
gonna
have
do?
to.
Grace, what are we gonna do?
Why are we?
What
we
do you
just
say we
walking?
just jump into it?
Yeah,
We're
we're
jumping
into it.
The last we left off, the Soul Seekers had just ended their combat victorious and begun rooting through the bodies of the vampiric creatures that had accosted them. Koigrim filled the party in on his adventures in the Feywild, having trained with Bale and the Lord of Flowers for 5 months in Feywild time. His previously broken common speech sounds now much more fluid, and his outfit and skin has changed quite a bit to reflect a more nature-y aesthetic. The group found red velvet pouches on the creatures underneath their dingy clothes. All contained strange objects like love letters, bundled baby hair, and even money. Demetrius recognized the pouches that the creatures wore. The raiders that had attacked him all those months ago and cost him his arm and leg wore sashes made of the very same material. The party investigated their surroundings a little more and found it to be the ruins of a town called Dom. Demetrius revealed that he knew more about the island, stating it was called Mo, and was a base of operations for an order called the Wordbearers, an order that the Damarcog were closely affiliated with, if not directly spawned from. Demetrius questioned Quinn more deeply about the Damercog, revealing also that he was himself a special agent tasked with wiping out the word-bearers. The group compares the goals of the Damercog to that of the word-bearers, and to Demetrius's own goals before settling in to complete their long rest. Demetrius is contacted by his daughter Ophelia, who shakily tells him that Thalia, his wife, ex-wife? We don't really know, has arrived in Asteria but has fallen ill, likely due to the stress of her ordeal. She asks Demetrius if he'll be coming home when everything is over, and lying, he says yes, before throwing the sending stone and our hearts into the tall grass. Quinn also receives a message unexpectedly from his fellow Damercog member Ostenar. Ostenar has been on his own journey since the disappearance of Zilly Ornchart, the last remaining Damercog member aside from Quinn, and has also made his way to the island, saying that he's been following his own leads. Ostenar is currently on the other side of the island. The group asks Quinn if Ostenar can be trusted, which Quinn answers in the affirmative, and deciding that it's too dangerous for Ostenar to be in the wilds alone, Koigrim runs to fetch him and bring him back to camp. Koigrim finds Ostenar, and the two of them enjoy some conversation before heading back to the ruined town of Dom, while the rest of the group sleeps. In the morning, when Koigrim and Ostenar are minutes away, May casts augury to see if Ostenar can be implicitly trusted, and receives a negative answer. She tells Quinn this, and he agrees to be on his guard. When Ostenar and Koigrim do arrive, Quinn gets a bad gut feeling, and senses that Ostenar isn't being entirely truthful about his intentions. Quinn tries to charm Ostenar, but the spell fails. That is where we rejoin our party. Quinn. He has his hand on your shoulder, kind of close to you.
Uh-huh.
And he's just said, "Come on now."
I should have known that wasn't gonna work.
You know I love you. I can't have you using your magic on me.
As a point, Selena's still stealthed somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she's gonna be watching this, and if Ostenar tries to do anything, she is holding person. She's gonna cast hold person.
Okay.
What are you really doing here?
Looking for the Damercog. If it'd make you more comfortable, maybe we could even cover more ground this way. I can be on my way. It seems like y'all have your own thing here. We don't have to travel together.
Why are you lying to us?
About what?
About how you got here. About why you're here.
I'm not lying. I'm looking for the Damercog. You and me's all that's left.
The rest are still alive.
Here? Somewhere?
I don't know if I can trust you, Ostenar.
That's a shame. But it's all right. I think it's best if we part ways. This island's big enough for two of us. I'll get that side, you get this side. It'll be fine.
I don't know if we can let you leave.
Respectfully. No one here has a say in that. What exactly are you accusing me of?
Where did you get your leads?
Atoms, mostly.
Items?
I've been doing work in Nexus.
You were in Nexus.
Yeah. You know. I travel around everywhere. You don't want to fight me, Quinn. And I don't want to fight you.
Did you sell them out?
No.
Can I roll an insight check?
Yes.
Christ.
That's cool because I'm gonna change that.
Are you?
Yeah.
TM just rolled less though.
You don't know.
Who knows?
We don't know.
Oh.
He's got things probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a kernel shift on that.
Okay. What are you choosing to do?
To let Quinn re-roll his insight.
Okay. He's hard to read. There is that, like, just subtle backdrop of warmth in his eyes that he seemingly just always has. But his eyes are very cold. Did you sell him out?
No. You know I'm lying about my instrument.
Yeah. I assume you have good reason. You're not going to tell me where it is, are you?
No.
That's fine.
I have no doubts that it's you, Ostenar. I have no doubts that you are you currently. I know you're being distrustful. I know you're being deceitful. That's what I meant to say. And I don't know why.
You can believe what you want. But frankly, ever since you were put to the task of rescuing the Damar cog, 2 more have gone missing. So now the grown-ups are here to play. And you can prance around this island with your new buddies here. But I'm gonna be getting some real work done. And you can be in my way, or you can be on my side.
Ow.
No offense, you're not so little. His lip curls in a smirk as he says it, but there's no warmth in his eyes. I'll see y'all when I see you. And
Are
he's
we
going to.
all awake?
everyone's awake. You're all kind of witnessing this interaction. Ostenar begins to walk away.
I'm just going to walk up next to Quinn, like still kind of not quite aimed at Ostenar, but like just standing beside Quinn and just kind of slightly turn towards him and kind of like a questioning look.
Quinn kind of turns away, and as he does, he kind of reveals the other side of his body. And his hand is just kind of trembling on his sword, on his rapier that he has on his waist.
Fuck.
And he kind of just let him go.
As soon as Quinn says that, like Demetrius just like completely like shifts stance.
He continues to walk. He is going northward. And continues past the buildings into the plains beyond until he's out of sight.
Celine would like to follow him.
Okay. Just so you know, there's like the town, and then there's like open field beyond that. So how would you like to try to stealth your way?
How far is the town from the tree line, from where the forest begins? How far is that?
It looks like perhaps a day's walk. It's very distant.
Okay. I think that as soon as he begins to oh, it's a day's walk. Okay, so And Misty Step is only 30 feet. Bugger all.
Oi, bugger.
Just do it several times. That's fine.
Yeah. Can't you just
There's
keep
all
casting
of
it
your
as much as
spell
you
slots.
want?
All of your spell slots.
Okay. I'll wait till he goes. And I will go up to Quinn and be like, make me invisible.
And following him.
I will not hurt him. I will not touch him.
We need to know where he's going, though.
Yeah.
The only issue is I can't cast invisibility without my loot. I might be able to cast. I can make you invisible for a minute.
That's not enough time. Ah, this is so annoying.
Well, I can just try to send Fable.
Okay. I feel like we should not be just letting him.
If you want him to know that he's being followed and watched, we could send Iris.
Mel will go
didn't
ahead and like. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
She just or actually never mind, because she doesn't speak common, so never mind. At the sound of her name, she kind of perks up and looks at everyone a little excited.
Does the dog thing, raises the head, the tail thumps once.
Yes. I would
Maybe
like
we'll
to.
go.
Go ahead.
Maybe we'll
Head
just
first?
like look at Fable on her shoulder, and he'll just like flutter off and start following, just
Okay.
like up and back.
Okay.
Once Ostenar is like out of sight and preferably hearing, however far that Quigrim
Sure.
thinks that is, he'll kind of turn to like face everybody from where he was kind of like chatting with Rocky, getting his stuff back, and just go,
So, what changed? If you don't mind my asking.
He was
Well,
lying.
this is right, but you didn't suspect him of that when I left last night, so
Something didn't add up, and I just kind of I just focused on what he was doing and his mannerisms, and he was hiding something, and I don't know what it was. He's, I mean, he's one of the most gifted individuals that I know. The fact that I was even able to tell that he was lying was a 1 in 100 chance.
okay. Well, it's certainly not my place to lecture or anything. But I almost never can tell when someone's lying to me. And that makes it very difficult. But what I've learned from that is that someone isn't going to betray you until they are. And it's okay to have them around until then, typically. Maybe it's different because I was traveling alone so much, but there were many instances where I couldn't tell if they were lying. Something didn't feel right, or I was just being strange, I suppose.
No, I think what I just did was a misstep. But this is a person who I thought was a dear friend of mine, and I reacted kind of emotionally.
Which is fine. I don't mean to. Again, I'm not chastising.
No, yeah, no, I'm just trying to explain.
I don't think a dear friend would have reacted so coldly to someone supposedly close to them having emotional moments. If they were really dear, they wouldn't hold that against you.
This wouldn't lie about trying to find our friends.
Or demean you with such cutting words.
Yeah, or that. I had thought I was I knew I wasn't as, strong or powerful as them, but I thought they at least saw me as an equal. I know Kodra does. I know Zilly does, but Austinar's reaction was that was hard to take. I thought about hurting him. And I'm really disappointed in myself that I did that. We gotta focus. I don't know if we can trust any of the information that he gave us. Because he was lying. And he's very good at it. So
Did he say that he got his leads from items?
he said he got them from items, but he was vague, and he said that he was in. Did he say he was in Nexus? He said he was in Nexus.
Yeah,
Yes.
he'd been doing work in Nexus. Well, I thought before that you said that he was based out of Opal.
That is where he's from originally. Yeah. Nexus is. It's interesting that he said he was in Nexus because he was on. Correct me if I'm wrong. He was on the western side of the island, wasn't he?
Correct. So that is the wrong direction.
It's the wrong direction.
Unless he portaled like we did.
Took a boat.
There
So,
was
yeah.
a boat.
Wait, I
Um,
remember there being like a direction shift midway through the last session where there was like a correction. Was
Yeah.
that a correction to him having arrived on the East Coast?
He was on the West Coast. I had said
Okay.
East. You guys
Okay, cool.
You guys started on the
We're
East
on
Coast.
the east.
I didn't recall. Thank you.
That was my bad.
Okay.
Okay. What we had a reason to go north, did we not? Let me pull up my notes.
Also, whenever you get a second, just go ahead and roll a perception check for Fable.
Oh, yeah, great.
Raven.
I think he's got a +3, but let's just look. Yeah. It is not the greatest, but it is, well, that's just who he is. That's my boy.
Did I ever hear the name Ostomnor when I
14.
was in Opal or Nexus?
Go ahead and roll a history check.
Yeah, sure. This is a great stat for me, y'all. Just by the way. So that's a 5 minus 1. So that's a 5.
Just like cuts to scenes of like Quigram standing right next to like a poster of Ostenar, but he's looking like everywhere else. They
I'm trying
like
to
pass
think.
in the street.
I'm trying to think of like a.
I mean, I did just potentially give you the DM ammunition for some cool stuff behind the scenes, but like
You rolled so poorly.
You did hear of like a dentist in Opal while you were there. His name was Flostenar.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Get out.
that's
Get
that's
out of
rough.
here.
Yeah, I went to see him.
Can
one time.
we,
He
the
was like, you
players,
gotta
say
floss the
Rock's
tusks
Ball?
real good.
Yeah. I volunteer for rocks to fall on all of our characters, so we don't have to
hey
do
DM,
this
can you
anymore.
please make rocks fall?
Hey God,
Can
can
you-
rocks fall right here?
Hey God, just end me, please. Could you?
Rockstenar.
Go walk into the ocean and take a deep breath.
Oh,
Ice cream, Frostenar.
Additional question.
Yeah.
How close are we to the coast on our little side?
You've come about a day's walk, so it would be about a day's walk back.
Okay, cool. When I saw the coast with the little boat, how we feeling about that red water?
In what sense? It was there.
It was there.
It was there.
Did it bring me the same comfort it did the first time?
Did you touch it?
No.
Or do anything with it?
No, not this time.
The smell was nice.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Cool. Thanks.
So
I don't think we really had like a direction.
there's the tree line that's north, but that's the only real like feature that you can see apart from the town that you now know Ostenar came from. That now you also know is there.
Well, do we want to look around this town more?
I don't know why I'm getting the feeling that they're like underground or like locked somewhere, but it didn't look like there was any basements or anything here that led to anything. I think it's got to be the forests. I think we should check the forest.
So the same direction he just went.
Yeah.
Do we want to be unnoticed?
Well, the options are one, that he's an asshole and he's just lying to us for no reason. Two, that he's secretly part of this vampire cult and he's trying to kill all of us, which means we're probably going to run into him again anyway. Or three, he's a traitor and has turned on the Damercog and sold them out to the Maw and is trying to get us all killed. Either way, if it's the first one, then running into him again doesn't mean much. If it's the other two, I think we're going to run into him again no matter what.
I think all the more reason you should probably maybe give us some more details about what to expect. If this comes to an encounter, knowing that he can't, for example, have magic cast on him would probably be a good thing.
Well, it's not that he can't have magic cast on him, it's that he's probably able to counter it pretty effectively. Imagine me, well, I don't know, because he's also willing to hurt people. As far as I know,
Does he have immunities that you know of?
Just a person. I don't know if he's got immunities.
So if I light him on fire, he will burn, probably.
Yeah, probably. Unless he's like secretly a demon or something. I don't know. I don't think that's the case. I think that was Ostenar. I think that was the real Ostenar.
His mind seemed to be his own.
There's the potential that the Ostenar that you know has always been
A demon.
whatever you're talking about, right?
It's true. We don't know how long these the hand and the maw have been operating.
However, he could, like you said, also just be a very ludicrously careful and stuffy person.
Either way, I think going to the forest is the answer.
If it's of note, he fed me breakfast. Wasn't poisoned.
Rocky looks immediately concerned and like starts like looking all over to check vitals.
Make a medicine check.
Oh dear.
He's dead, Jim.
Oh my god, he's
I
been
got a
poisoned.
4.
He's so poisoned.
Shoot,
He's
shoot.
going weak.
Starts like heating up like their hands so that they can
I'm
like
Rock,
burn it out of them.
Rocky. I'm fine.
That's what they all say.
I deal with food a lot. I checked.
Okay.
And, I would let you know if I didn't feel confident about my assumptions.
Okay.
Hey, if I start, puking my guts out or anything, feel free to do whatever finger waggling you can do.
Gwen's gonna go pick up his bag and just kind of act antsy.
Sure.
Yeah, May will get her stuff and just wait with Quinn.
Cool.
While everyone is kind of gathering their stuff, I mean, Demetrius is going to as well. But he would like to look out, and we're you said we're near we're either in or near the tree line, right?
So the
Forest
tree line is about a day's walk north into the towards the center of the island.
I see. Gotcha. In that case, as we approach that tree line, so it seemed like an odd request, but Demetrius is going to look for the largest tree in that wooded, forested area.
Okay, just like as you get closer.
Yeah. As just trying to keep an eye out, seeing if there's one that seems like really the largest, oldest tree section. Just keeping an eye out.
Just
Absolutely.
have a vision of like Demetrius doing like the Inigo Montoya pit of despair. Like, guide me to the place, and he hits the tree.
And then it just
Head now, gang.
Yeah, are we gonna get moseying?
Sure. Were you guys going to search this town more or just go? I forgot what y'all had decided.
I would say that, like, as they were gathering their things, maybe since Rocky's like packed, they have their bag of holding. Rocky would have been like maybe like within earshot distance, kind of poking around in the buildings to see if there was any interesting artifacts or anything.
Sure. Go ahead and make a perception or investigation check. Okay. Yeah, okay.
All right.
Most of the buildings here are more or less like barely held together, rubble. And a lot of the furniture has been moved around, and you see like as someone with a brain and who knows how to hide things, you see like planks in the floor underneath one of like the beds. And you're able to lift it up, and it looks like it's just this little like compartment that has a book inside, which is mostly burned and mostly crumbled, but it's this little like flip book in the floor. And only one of the entries is legible.
Oh shit.
Oh fuck.
Would you like to read it out loud?
I can read it out loud. Actually, this makes me nervous. I get stage fright. It starts. Attack may be expected in the next week or so, maybe less. Suits can't decide whether to evacuate or stand our ground, so I'm choosing for myself. The order won't live on unless we do. I won't fight demons, and the MIS. Maria, if you see this, sorry it ended this way. If you survive the storm that's coming, find me in the corner of the world we always talked about. We'll have our second chance.
That's it. It's halfway crumbling at the bindings in your hands. It looks like this is pretty old and damaged.
It's so sad.
Rocky would like walk it over to Quinn and be like, do you know they mentioned the order in here?
Yeah, I think this town was built for the Damercog. The Dom was Dom, D-A-H-M was another word for the word or the song.
The song?
Who are the suits?
I guess maybe the people in charge. What's the MIS?
MICKUI MOUSE.
Quinn, did you ask that out loud?
Yeah, he asked Rocky out loud.
I
Kind of just turning slightly back, Demetrius goes, Roebuck Internal Security.
Oh.
So the Moralbach internal security was working with demons? Or they just
Mm,
both were attacking at the same
think they were
time?
both
war
attacking.
on two fronts kind of situation, probably.
I can assure you, MIS was not working with demons.
We gotta.
Because you are MIS, or were.
Were. I don't know. I don't think you ever technically leave MIS. Shall we venture on then?
Yeah, I'm pretty confident this is all we'll find here.
Do you know anyone named Maria?
No.
Do you all choose to venture forth?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Can I see that, Rocky?
Yeah, Rocky hands it over very carefully.
Maybe we'll just kind of like tuck it in the back of her spell book.
Okay. It is very flimsy. As you all kind of proceed northward from the town, just an obvious point of order, Ostenar is nowhere in sight at this point. Do we have a preferred marching order, and is anyone keeping a lookout as you watch?
I will look out.
I think Demetrius would probably be the very front, if not, or like close to the very front, if not the very front, and would be keeping an eye out because he's also looking for trees.
Trees. All right.
Trees.
Maya's gonna try to keep up with Quinn.
Rocky is definitely keeping up with the both of them as well.
Quinn's just kind of like hanging middle back of the pack.
Quigram would probably try to be somewhere around the front.
Okay.
Getting hit is the priority, obviously.
Sure. So we loosely kind of have Demetrius, Koigrim, May, Rocky, Quinn, Celine, where are you at?
Circling.
Hell yeah.
Just doing perimeter, like
Sick.
sweeps. It sweeps.
Orbit.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'll just ask Iris to like circle up above us and keep a lookout too, like just
Sure.
casually.
Celine is the moon, a literal satellite.
Orbiting.
You're my satellite.
Yeah. As you all kind of head out, clouds roll in, gray ones, big ones. The thread of rain hangs in the air. There's like the humidity there. Anyone that's looking, go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay.
Boop
Boop up.
Oh, that's such a poopy butthole roll.
Oh, mine didn't roll. Let me try that again.
You said it's like starting to rain.
Yeah. Just
May
little
Rocky is
sprinkles at
completely
first.
oblivious. Rocky's
She'll
just
put up the
enjoying.
hood of her cloak.
Sure.
Rocky's watching the way that May's hands grab the edge of the cloak and pull it up.
Yeah.
Cute.
Awesome. So Quinn, as you're kind of watching, gaze downward, it becomes apparent that like while it was a long time ago, the land here remembers the bloodshed and the blood that was spilled. At certain points as you're walking, you step and there's a crunch. It's like there shouldn't be twigs here, and you look down and it's literally a human femur. The ground kind of becomes a little bit more uneven as this broad, just green and gold field stretches out before you. The grass just swaying, and you hear crickets, which quiet as you approach and then resume as you continue onward. Overall, nothing bothers you, but there is like an eerie hair on the back of your neck feeling as you're walking.
Demetrius, how long ago was your friend supposed to be here to do this?
Grace, correct me if I'm wrong. It would be at this point around 6 months, correct?
It was
Oh.
shortly after Moonfall.
Okay, so shortly after, Demetrius kind of like think about it. It'd be about 5 months now.
Is
Maybe a
that
little
long
more.
enough? Is that long enough for corpses to turn into fucking skeletons?
Wasn't Moonfall like...
A year and a half ago.
Am I way off on my calendar
I
here?
believe Moonfall was like a year and a half ago.
We have not yet come past a year of Moonfall.
Okay, but it's close to a year.
It'll be a year this summer.
Yeah.
Okay, so in
And
that
we're
case,
currently in late spring.
Demetrius would tell you around 10 to 11 months in that case. Whatever the right answer is, he provides it to you.
It's like 11 months.
Okay, 11 months ish.
Could we could I keep an eye? Could I try to find a skull?
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead and. You know what? No, you find one at a certain point. Are you looking for
To be or not to be?
anything in particular as far as skulls go? Like ones that are particularly intact?
Oh shit.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I understand now.
Yeah.
With a 23,
Scary skeletons.
about halfway through your walk, it does begin to rain more openly. You see it coming before it hits you, just the wall of rain making its way across the field to you. And as the downpour kind of starts, you do find a skull that's almost entirely intact.
I kind of just kneel down. I take some of the incense that is required for the spell and set it up, and I begin playing on my lute, the dingy lute, not my lute.
Maybe we'll like hold like her cloak over your area so you can like light the incense and everything.
Thank you, May.
I just stand nearby. Just
Yeah,
just
Demetrius will just
blocking.
stand watching
Moral
too.
support.
Like, yeah.
Just like,
Rocky's
Actually, Demetrius will call down Iris and have her extend her full wingspan like
Ooh,
over
okay.
it, so you've got like a nice little
Nice little
pretty high.
medium size.
meaty.
Yeah.
Rocky grew feathers. Like at least just along their head a little bit and then down their back, so it just sheds water off of their head and down their back.
Sure.
nice.
Same color as their current hair color, which, you know
Just,
what? My hair color
Like
is purple today, so
staple
is
a
theirs.
goose's ass to the back of Rocky's head.
This is like the ultimate. This is the ultimate like screw over the GM spell. So I'm
That's
sorry
fine.
in advance, Grace.
No, I'm ready.
Yeah. So
Let's hear
I cast this spell, and just kind of wait for some kind of response from the skull.
Oddly, just not goodly, the jawbone of its own volition kind of creaks in your palm as you hold it.
Ew. Yuck.
Hi. My name is Quinn. I just have a couple of questions. I don't know if you're even like capable of understanding what I'm saying right now, as long as it isn't a question, but I feel like I gotta be a little respectful about this whole thing. So
Everything that isn't a question just comes through as like wah 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 wah.
I
Old
am
Charlie Brown.
I am a member of the Damercog as it exists in its current form. What happened here?
A great attack. A massacre. Was
Wow.
that audible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Perfect.
But also annoyingly vague.
That's how the spell works.
It says
It's
brief, cryptic, and repetitive.
yeah.
No
At least
obligation
Grace
to
didn't do
truth.
like the fucking answers in Honor Among Thieves and just
Yeah. Oh my god.
That's what I wanted.
Quinn at that like as banter begins kind of picking up in the party, Quinn like looks up and says, "Listen, guys, we really cannot. Nobody ask anybody else any questions, please. I've seen this go
Okay.
wrong before."
When
So
are we supposed to
Celine-
not start asking questions?
No.
Why?
Counts as a
Celine was
question.
like, "What was that?"
I
From the trees.
said.
Is it going to rain all day?
Don't know.
Lotion your hands look great, May.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Sufficiently derailed.
Second question. Did the demons kill you?
They slew us like monsters, but there were no demons, only men.
Bodes well.
Okay. Did the men? I feel like I'm a lawyer right now. I'm trying not to ask a leading question.
Objection.
Did the men come from the east?
I don't have a word for that.
I think that's leading. That's
Leading the
leading.
witness.
No, sorry, I was.
Objection.
Which
I meant something else.
But this isn't a court case. Did the men come from the east?
Oh.
They came from the east.
It's 3. Are there any important places on this island for the Damercog?
Dam, Das, and Vogel.
Sorry, could
Wait.
you just
I apologize.
okay?
Dam, Das, and Rotas.
Sorry, Dam, Tassa, and Rotas.
Yes.
Damn it.
Were you like pretty cute when you were alive?
Are you a
With
girl?
color
Please
with your
respond.
Are you a
Age,
grill
sex,
or
location.
Will you go to dance with me? Yes, no, maybe.
a grill or bab?
Will
Show-
you come to the Wildy
Or Bob.
Maroons with me?
Show Vagine. Show Bob's.
Show Bob's
Bob.
vagine?
Can you trim my Addy?
What the fuck does that mean? Oh, adamant armor.
Yeah.
I thought that was some kind
It's
of
still on the
crazy
bit,
like
like-
sex thing.
I mean, I guess it could be.
I guess
I-
it could be.
Yeah,
Right.
one question left.
Yeah, this is gonna be a reach, I think, but where are those places?
Around.
My question was gonna be, could you tell me where those places are?
Yes.
Yes.
Where are those places?
Yeah.
To the east. Das to the west. Rotas in the center.
If he's just a skull, would he even technically be capable of speech without vocal cords?
Not really, but
It's magic.
it's more fun if it
It's
can
magic,
answer.
shut
So
So, Dom to the east, Tassa to the west, and Rotas in the center.
yep. At
Okay.
which point the top of the skull topples backward out of your hand and kind of like ceramic on the ground.
Yo, sick jawbone.
May pulls her cloak back.
Okay, that's actually helpful. Quagram, you said when you ran in, did you say when you ran into Ostenar that you were in like ruins as well?
Yeah.
That must be Tassa.
That must be Tassa.
Do I remember seeing a sign or anything like that?
I'm gonna say no. You were pretty zeroed in and had just run all night.
It's very true.
Great. So I'm looking at the island right now.
Okay.
Island of Mo. Would we be able to know exactly where we are on this island currently?
Make a survival check.
Okay.
Can I assist in that? I'm actually not bad at that now.
Sure.
15.
Sure. So roughly on the coast, you did see that the island stretched out a bit behind you, so you would have placed yourself roughly. Oops. Rough.
I'm looking at Nick's map.
whoopsie. You said you're looking at Nick's map?
Yeah. So I
Oh.
see like the little mountains in like the corner there.
Oh. I'm looking at just our regular one. I don't
okay.
have it as a scene on Roll20, but roughly. Whoopsie.
We're not allowed to be looking at this. Can we look at this?
No, you can look at that. It's fine. I just don't have it up here, so I'm gonna.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, that
So
makes more sense.
You would have
That you
placed
can just-
yourself roughly around here.
Hmm.
Okay.
Koigram, you would have been able to place Yalad kind of roughly around this area.
Oh, that's
Whoa.
the island.
Really?
You're kind of heading like here.
Those
Hmm.
mountains might have been Creative Liberty. I don't really remember.
Also,
Oh, this
What
is
mountains?
actually
Is that-
crazy helpful.
Is that on a
actually,
river?
there is, and the DM forgot about it.
They're moving mountains. They
Oh, but I
So-
don't see them. Wait. I'm looking in the wrong place.
Look at the map in Roll20, where everyone is. I just drew
Yes.
little circles around.
I see the circles. Well, where's the mountains?
No, I was looking
that's
at
on
I
a
was looking at a different
separate
map.
map.
There's a separate map.
Oh, okay. I
Also-
was like, I see no mountains, only river.
Also,
I see no
there's
mountains.
a river where you are. You can see
So
Okay.
it.
we're right at the spring.
Okay.
Then? Is that what we're seeing?
Nice.
who cares about a dumb old river? We don't need to know.
There's a river there.
Is this water clear or is it red as well?
This water is clear.
Nice. Okay.
Rocky's playing in the water the whole way there.
Is he? So he was heading north.
He was also
So
heading
were
north.
we.
Okay. Well, I think we would hit Rotas before we hit Tassa. So maybe we try to get to Rotas and see if we can find anything there.
You know, like
Yeah,
a
that sounds
crazy
good.
vampire cult.
Like a crazy vampire cult, and
Yeah, sure.
one of my former good friends who
Is the
called me that.
vampire cult leader?
Ideally, this is just a rough patch.
Right. Yeah. How is everyone about that? What just happened with the skull and me touching the body? Was that okay with everybody?
Celine from the trees, disembodied
with me.
Celine voice. You just hear, that was mad weird.
Talking to the spirits of the dead is not unknown to me and my people, so no, not very weird to me at all.
Haven't you done that in front of us before? Or is that the first time?
I think it's the first time I've done
I
that.
think that's the first time.
Every other time I would have had an opportunity to. It was a body that we had killed, and they had no reason to They had no reason to be truthful to us.
Oh yeah,
That's
it was
fair.
the hag in the Feywild.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Forgot about that.
I've got the power. Ow. Bum, 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 bum.
Do you all continue?
Yes, I
Yes.
would like to continue
Yes.
strutting across the plains in the rain.
Sweet. As you do, the river that kind of runs in a similar way to where you're walking. As the rain goes on, the river begins to kind of start to get larger, and you see it overflowing just a little bit from its bank. But overall, the only sounds are the rain and your footsteps. The rest of the day kind of goes on without issue, and as night is beginning to fall, the edge of the tree line comes into view. Demetrius, go ahead and make a perception check from here to look for a big tree.
Big 3.
A big one.
Huge.
I'll take that. That's going to be a what is that? That's a 26. Yeah, 26. That'll work.
Okay.
That's all right.
26 for big tree, please.
It's okay.
That's looking okay. So you don't see any big trees. What you do kind of notice looking at the tree line is that it looks like further deeper in, it's almost like a trick of like the gem of seeing, being able to like notice gaps in the tree line further into the forest.
There's like almost like a clearing, like a pathway into it.
Not a pathway. It looks like there is a clearing somewhere deeper inside, but not a path to it.
Okay.
With the 26 as well, there is kind of a path in, I guess, like there is a path forward into the woods that you can see. It looks long overgrown.
Okay. We are going to do something. It's my turn to do something a little weird.
Let's go.
As we're kind of looking at the overgrowth, and like all the trees and the foliage, basically we're going to, again, kind of on that same train, look for like either a very large tree that seems to be pretty close out there towards the clearing, or like maybe a long series of vines and that are kind of like interwoven throughout the area, as Demetrius is going to just kind of like not entirely understand what he's doing, but he kind of like crouches down and takes like a hand, like the organic hand, and places it on the tree, the vines, whatever he ends up finding, and just kind of like closes his eyes, and there's like just this shudder that runs through him as he kind of starts to breathlessly start to speak. And I'm going to use speak with plants.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, it's Chris's
Yeah.
favorite spell.
Boop. So basically, I want to talk to this plant.
Okay.
Whatever plant we're feeling that looks like it's closest or has some sort of connection, and basically ask them, the fuck's going on here, friend?
The sound that enters into your consciousness is jarring. The only thing you can liken it to is in the early mornings when Ophelia was very young, holding her as she sobbed into your chest from nightmares. That wail just, it crashes into you. It sits right at the base of your throat.
Kind of recoiling like for a moment from that, he's going to like once again kind of like try to push through that feeling, just be like talking to the plant, presumably just be like, what is this place? What has happened here?
It hurts us.
What hurts you?
The one who does not cannot see his presence. It turns our sap in our veins. It hurts us. Be done with us.
He'll just kind of relinquish the spell then.
Where there was the wail goes silent, almost achingly so. Koigram, you don't feel very good.
Is there anything from prior reports or anything that could possibly indicate what the fuck this is? That
Make a history check, thinking over like your past reports that you've read.
in anything, pulling from any skill, any asset, whatever it is, but we will happily do a history.
If you
Nat 20, look at it. Watch.
If you have a better
That's a
one
12.
that you'd want to use instead,
It's okay. We already rolled a history and we rolled a 12, and I will stick to my rolls.
sure. Just the facts. You know that a great massacre happened here. Everyone who resided here was killed. This feels maybe there's some crazy like the land is angry type thing going on. Maybe it's more. It's hard to say, but you know the facts of what happened here.
Demetrius will just Johnny, go ahead.
Just to kind of help me with like imagery and understanding, that tangled mess of pain and anguish that I felt in the earth when I planted the trees, is it that kind of a feeling that we're getting now?
Yeah.
Koigram kind of like would make himself known to Demetrius for a second, just kind of like approach and just kind of like,
I don't know what you're doing, but the earth is unhappy here.
He just kind of glances up, just standing, kind of dusting himself off. Something is greatly disturbing nature around here. It's affecting all life. Do you have any insight into this?
I felt it when I planted trees from the grove here on the bodies of the dead. There is a resistance, an anguish, a tangled mass of horror that I was, for the moment, that where we were able to help untangle, but that feeling sits back in my stomach.
Demetrius will just kind of like point through the quasi clearing, whatever we're calling it, towards the kind of like the opening. Point that out towards Koigram. Be like, I think that whatever is causing the land such anguish, it's very possible that it's residing in that clearing. At least a part of it, or perhaps a clue as to the true nature of this island.
Give me a moment.
and he like kind of goes to check his belt and then realizes that he didn't grab it from Rocky's bag, and will go to Rocky and say,
I need the lantern that I put in your bag.
Oh, sure, yeah, of course. And Rocky pulls open the bag and rummages around for a second. Sticks their head in the bag and then here.
perfect.
Kind of,
Yeah.
Koigram will go, or fuck me, I'm not Koigram. Demetrius will go back with Koigram. And as Koigram kind of takes the lantern and returns, Demetrius is going to look towards Rocky and be like, "You're good with fire, right?"
Rocky gets quite the glint in their face.
Be ready
I-
with it.
Fire flickers at their fingertips.
Speaking of, could you light this, please?
Rocky just a little spark ember floats into it and lights.
On all of your fingers, there's just like as the rain impacts them.
Little sizzles.
yeah.
DM, this is what it do. This is the lantern.
Sure.
So Koigrim will begin to shine it around the group very intentionally.
Okay. Go ahead and make investigation or perception
Well, yeah.
with advantage.
Oh gosh. Hey, look, that's
Hey,
hey!
that's 20. Hey.
Oh,
That's a good one.
that's
Fucking
neat.
spicy.
Okay. God damn
Hot
it.
lantern.
Okay.
Guess what?
So, as you're kind of angling it through everybody, nothing.
I take care not to
nothing,
shine it
nothing.
on Rocky specifically.
Okay.
Okay.
On everybody else, it's nothing, nothing, nothing. You come to Quinn and catch the barest edge of a moving shape that blips out when it starts to become overtaken by the light. It was round. On a natural 20, you can make out the appearance of jagged teeth,
Hmm.
but it was a sphere that was kind of hanging just behind Quinn's shoulder.
Well, Rocky and Demetrius are right next to me, kind of scanning with me. Would they have been able to see it as well?
You got it because you got a natural 20.
Okay. All right. Koigrim will kind of like jut forward and like shine the light more aggressively around Quinn. And then kind of like calm for a second. And he looks at Demetrius and Rocky and goes,
Did either of you catch that?
No. What did you
That-
see?
That damn eye.
You saw the eye.
I saw it the first time when I arrived in
gosh, where the hell were we?
Narrow.
Dom.
It was in Dom. You saw it once before in Dom.
But I saw it in Narrow as well, didn't I?
You saw a different shape in Narrow.
Ah.
Oh.
Okay, all right, yeah. Yeah.
In dawn, I saw something different a long time ago.
I've seen this eye on this island when we first arrived.
Jagged teeth.
The same.
Does that sound like anything we would? Did we? Sorry. Did we decide? Do we know what that is yet or no?
I don't know if Demetrius
I don't-
ever like shared that with us. I don't remember.
I don't.
I think you said something about
Oh.
being watched. I don't know if you
I
described
think
it.
Oh, you did
Oh.
because that's when I brought up Ulrich and the eye.
Okay, yeah. I know. I'm pretty sure Demetrius shared it. If I didn't, that's a lapse on me. Demetrius would have shared.
Sure. The
Seeing
shape that
the
you
eye.
saw before was like an eye about this big, rimmed with jagged, curved teeth. And it
Like
looked rather
them.
bloodshot.
Like some kind of maw.
No.
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 That's dumb.
That'd be stupid.
Why was that so cute?
That'd be silly.
That'd be crazy.
Um.
Well,
Quinn, I'm sorry to say, you were probably the target of this time.
I think we're all getting our moment in the spotlight.
Ah, because the. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Could I make an Arcana check, or could I ask May to make an Arcana check?
Yeah.
To see if maybe we can know the exact nature of what kind of spell this is. And could I help? Can I help May with that by chance?
By all means, yeah. May
Okay.
go ahead and roll it at advantage if you would like to think about it.
Sure. Well, yeah.
No.
It is possible.
Jesus
my
Christ!
gosh!
Tell me
Get them
what I
all
know.
out now.
Yes.
Okay. Let me pull up a couple details here.
I think
you
I was
just give us
confused.
this.
You mean all of the details?
All of the
I-
details here.
Every detail, please.
I think I was confused before. I didn't know I had teeth on it.
Now that you know that it's teeth, it's you got it.
They're
Yeah,
just,
that's all I was missing.
They're just spiky bits. I don't know what to say.
Bits.
So, what you know of the scrying spell is that it is always targeted on a person.
Oh, excuse me.
Koigrim.
Yeah.
The orb, the orb was near Quinn,
Hmm.
but May, it was not right up on him in the way that a scrying spell would need to be. That like the orb or like magical sensor or whatever.
Yeah, I would describe its placement very, very particularly.
It was kind of like here. Like back
Good, like,
behind Quinn a little
Well,
bit.
3, 4, maybe 5 feet back.
Yeah. Near him, but not
It also
focused
seemed to
on
be
just him.
It also seemed to be evading my lantern.
Yeah.
And when it was caught, it blinked out. I'll communicate all of that.
So it's like a living thing? It's like a
I've seen. This is maybe the second time that I've seen something like this. The first time I saw something similar was in Narrow. First night there. Something I felt watched, so I turned on the lantern in my room, and there was something there, almost watching. And then it blinked out of existence.
So, Grace, are you telling me this was a scrying spell?
It's like
Like-
a scrying spell, but not exactly.
It's like a scrying spell.
It almost sounds a little
Okay.
bit more, perhaps, just a little bit, like clairvoyance.
Hmm.
Because you rolled a natural 20 and your total is almost 30.
Yeah.
Just over here casually hitting impossible DCs.
Well, we're
No big
getting
deal.
there. Hmm. Hmm. So the thing about it is, usually it can't move around. So it is there definitely is magic that does this, but I don't know specifically what.
Well, now I'm going to use this lantern for what I intended it for, which is checking out that spooky grove.
But Quigrim, you said the one that you saw looked different somehow?
Yes.
What do I remember?
It had hands coming out.
It
All over.
was, yeah, it was like a,
It wasn't kind of like an eyeball, but with the little hands, yeah? It's just a little eyeball with hands.
Well, let's see, you know, just flapping.
Just a feeling peeper.
Yeah.
A peeping finger.
Yeah,
Feeling
just
peepers.
creepy crawling.
Feeling peepers.
Oh God.
Forget the soul seekers.
Or
The
the
feeling
feeling
peepers.
peepers.
For the
Did-
FP.
Did I feel so the last time this like Maw Eye was around, I felt kind of like chumbly wumbly.
You felt weirded out, not chumbly wumbly.
Did I feel weirded out when all this was going on?
Yeah, yeah. All of it, just like the weird forest and like the rain and yeah. You had like a not great feeling.
Do I feel any chumbly wumblies around here?
Make another Arcana check.
Okay. It's easy. I'll just get another natural 20.
Okay.
Well,
Close.
Damn close.
Pretty
Jesus
good.
Dang.
Christ. Get all the good rolls out now.
No,
Okay.
it's all good. All the way down.
You
You
don't
only do good rolls.
At this point, you don't feel chumbly wubbly.
Okay. May is just gonna like kind of focus on that sensation if they start as they like start moving into this boom boom territory.
Sure.
Do we want to look at
Okay.
this now or wait for the morning?
You've now traveled for a full day.
I'm good to go now, but if you all need to rest, we can.
Well, we can camp outside of the forest and then deal with it in the daylight. You know, since we are fighting vampires, it might be prudent.
Daylight is I'm for daylight. Yeah. Sun is good.
Sun is good.
From the shadow, Celine's like, I am the night.
Where is she? Where is she?
Yes.
So do you all choose to set up camp for the night?
Yes.
Okay.
They will
Um,
set up the dome.
Sure. A welcome shelter.
Sick nasty dome.
As at this point, all of your clothes are like soaked through with rain.
Just
We will
wringing out the
prestidigitate them
dreads.
dry,
Yeah, Quinn
starting
will,
with
Lovely.
ourselves.
Quinn will help
Rocky
with that
just-
as well.
Shakes their feathers and it fluffs and splatters water everywhere.
Nice.
Celine also does
Ah.
Prestidigitate.
Yeah, I feel like
There you go.
I feel like Quinn and May are like
Prestidigitate.
going like turbo speed, and Selena's like, I can do this one too. I could do this one too. And it's like, by the time they've like dried off like 4 people, she's like
Her
dried her
shoulder is
socks.
dry.
Yeah.
My pestigitadian.
It's prestidigitation, Celine.
At any point, has Fable come back to report to you?
Oh, yeah, I guess as we're like settling down.
Okay. Fable reports with his 14.
Yeah.
Fable saw Ostenar begin to walk. As he kind of got to the edge of town, he looked down and started kicking what looks like a rock in front of him as he was walking. Almost leisurely.
Great.
And then picked up the rock, put it in his pocket, and sank directly into the ground.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Well, that's a cool trick.
Okay, so just real quick, we're gonna make an Arcana check as we like try to wrap our brains around what that could possibly mean.
Sure.
Like, is that like a known magic that May thinks somebody in like Quinn's kind of field would be able to do? Secondarily, what, if anything, might that rock have to do with it?
Okay.
I don't. Maybe if it's like a material component, like if he was,
I see.
God, fucking dicks.
Whatever it is, it's
Could I-
magic.
Can I give him bardic inspiration?
Okay,
I want to give you bardic inspiration.
go ahead.
Roll
See
a
me
D8
after
to add that
class,
to that.
mister.
You got a date?
17.
Okay, yeah.
17.
So that sounds like very powerful magic.
Yeah.
Either there is like a disguised pathway there, or if Ostenar just like melted into the ground, that's very powerful magic. That
Was
or
he walking like the same path that we were?
Direction.
roughly. Not the
Roughly.
maybe not exactly the same steps, but he was walking in the same direction you were.
Did we tread the same
Thinking
ground?
back, like along their walk, did May feel like the tug of the Chumbly Wumblies at any point? Just trying to discern if this might have been like a portal, like we've seen. That maybe he just.
With a 17, no. You did not feel any chumbly wumblies.
I like how that's just what it is.
You did not feel, as they're scientifically referred to, any chumbly wumblies.
The Chumbly one. It's like getting the suds.
Tumblewumbas.
Okay. Well, great. But we report that to the group anyway. When about? You said that was like just right outside of town.
He
like
walked
pretty
for
far
a little.
out.
He walked for a little bit, but not like.
Yeah.
It was within like 5-10 minutes.
Okay. Well, Fable, I really wish you would have come back as soon as you saw that and not waited a whole day, but. So as like May is prestidigitating people clean, Ostenar walked out of town for like 10 minutes and then sank into the ground. Does that sound like something he can do to you, Quinn? I mean,
I don't recognize that necessarily as a bard spell. Can I try to roll Arcana to see if maybe that's a spell bards can cast? Although
sure.
Wringing out my hair.
You want to run that by me again there?
He sank into the ground.
You said sank.
he kicked
Like
a
down.
rock and picked it up and then sank down into the ground, straight down into it.
Like through the ground, not into like a
Was he
trap door.
Right, there was no hole left behind. Is that correct?
And no, like, and it wasn't. You wouldn't describe it as like a quicksand kind of a thing.
No, it was like he went through the ground.
Quinn, the closest thing. So either that sounds like really powerful magic,
yeah,
or it's like a static image over a hidden pathway.
an illusion.
It's
yeah.
a toss-up over which it could be. You've only met Ostenar, what, once before?
Yeah, once before when I joined the Timer Cog like a year ago.
You don't really know what he's capable of.
Okay, so either fuck. I really wish Fable had come back sooner. So it's either a hidden passage or it's
We walked for 8 hours. It happened in the first 10 minutes of the day, and we walked for 8 hours.
Oh boy. I think we gotta go back and check that out. We have to, right?
I don't know. I'm pretty sunk cost fallacy about all of this. I
We're already here.
just keep walking.
There's a clearing that we should check out at the very least before we head back another 8 hours.
Yeah,
That is.
true.
I was about to mention that.
We could do you guys want to check that in the morning? We could check that at
Yes.
first. We could check that at first light, and then head back and maybe make it back by tomorrow night.
Agreed.
This is pointing towards him being part of this.
I was thinking, Quinn. You know, we know that each of the maw, the gut, the eye, and the hand, they each have a lieutenant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, perhaps Ostnar knows things about this island as a place of the Damarkog. Maybe that is what this is. But I've also been thinking today that maybe he is not with the Maw, but could be with one of the others. I think that they are all rivals, we said yesterday, so.
Yeah. That they're in contention with one another for whoever is on top.
So, maybe he is not with the Maw, and maybe he is here to save the Demarkog like you, but that doesn't mean that he's not with one of them. But an enemy of the Maw is a friend of us right now.
Yeah.
Do you think that he would be one to sell everyone out with what you know now?
If he is part of this whole thing, I don't see why that wouldn't be something he would do. You know. Whether or not I trust him is a different thing entirely.
Something else I've been thinking about today. So, to what end collect the instruments? Right?
Yeah. Well, what we know is that the Maw, the Hand, all have connections to demons, right? They have connections to the Cabal.
Right.
The last time the last time, you know, and Quinn kind of hesitates when he says this. The last time members of Law's, you know, worshippers gathered, it weakened the veil. It weakened the connections between planes and made it possible for Law to summon an army of demons.
Right, but the ones at Balak were not the only ones gathering at that moment.
No, the Damarkog were gathering as well. And
so why did Law make them craft the instruments? Why play on that day?
I don't think Law made them do that.
Law inspired it, right?
Yeah, but I don't think the Damarkog were as, I don't want to say devoted, but weren't as, at least just from what, this is coming just from what we read together.
Right.
But I don't, that was Ursir's book.
Yeah.
But I don't think necessarily that they were under Law's orders, if that makes sense, under his direct command. They believed in the word of Law, and they believed that the song was a pathway to it, a pathway to understanding it.
I swore to my God and bore the word of truth and law. I spent long hours in dim temples and was driven by that calculating master Law and my love of the song to craft the dumb. I think that maybe it was the Damarkog. I think the Damarkog were part of the maybe the key to the lock of what Law did. The moment he describes when the gates of Balak opened and everything broke was the moment they lost the song. So why gather the Damarcog and their instruments? If they have a connection to demons, would it not serve them to bring another army?
In your sorry to interrupt.
No?
In that book, didn't it talk about things becoming one?
That was a different thing. That was the 4 become, what was it? 4 become 3 become 1.
Yeah. The 4 uphold the 3, uphold the 1, or something to that effect.
I thought there was like a one song, like we're
I
all.
think it does say all things return to 1.
Yes, something like that.
Well, it says, yeah, all things return to 1. We all return to the song.
So, this is this is probably really dumb, but like, could the playing of this song have brought everything closer together? Like made the planes squish so that they were like becoming one?
Maybe I'm still not totally convinced that what the Damarcog were doing was directly related to Balak.
It's a big coincidence that 2 sects of law followers would
So
get
he's like,
together.
sex.
Sex.
Fucking darkness, just sex.
Meg Dorville.
Just like a little
Big-
cheapy, like.
It is on the nights that they play that all of it happens.
I'm not saying it's not connected. What I'm saying is I don't think that I'm
Like it
I-
wasn't
I
on
don't think-
purpose.
I don't think this guy Arcog had anything. I don't think he knew what was going on with the demon summoning. I don't think he knew.
I don't think he knew either.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that they weren't the ones that did it.
I think maybe. It's possible it's
I
possible that he inadvertently had a hand in it.
think that the law wound up the toy.
Yeah. That I agree with.
But so they are gathering the instruments, but not just the instruments, the bards who are alive, because someone needs to play.
Someone needs to play them. But they would need to play willingly, and as far as we know, they're bound, aren't they?
Well, they don't have the full set.
Well, wasn't the song kind of interrupted by what happened at Block, though?
Broke. They lost it. They lost
Right.
it.
So,
Or they played just long enough.
so what kind of force is powerful enough to interrupt one's connection to this thing, this song?
What kind of bard is that what you're
Well,
asking?
the bards were certainly powerful. They this a cog person connected to something, they say, and then it was interrupted. And I don't know, it just seems like maybe the events at, I don't know, maybe it was maybe it was interrupted by something, and maybe if it's not interrupted, something different happens. Maybe Terminus stops drifting or something. Or maybe the song is the reason Terminus started drifting. It seems to coincide, right? This song happened, and then around the same time my people disappeared, and
The song was like way in the past, I think.
Yeah. This whole thing that happened in Balak was centuries ago.
This is the distinct from like the Moonfall.
Okay, got it.
I don't think that's not. I don't think that's necessarily wrong. I think that I think what happened when Balak happened, I think there was a lot that happened simultaneously that maybe was, I don't know, may have put a lot of things in motion.
right, so what if, because that motion was stopped, we didn't see what actually happens?
I don't know. At this point, I think I don't know. If that is the case, and the Damercog did have something to do with everything that happened, that's not what they are now.
Well, I'm not trying to make a statement about your group. I'm just trying to figure out what is happening and why.
Trying to discern truth, not make judgments.
No, I'm not saying
Right.
you are. I'm just saying that whatever power Arcog was using, or whatever plans he had, I don't know if I Kodra told me to stay away. Kodra told me not to come.
Right.
If Kodra knows that is what their plan is, and they're going to try to get us to recreate the song, then
Right.
coming here may have been a mistake, but I couldn't just let them be stuck here.
I mean, you did hide the loot. How well do you hold up under torture in case you get captured and they ask you about where you hid it?
I don't know. I've never been tortured before.
We could test if you'd like.
Thank you, Rocky.
Evil seems to want to predict what good will do. It is likely they know we would come. And it is likely that they have further traps for us. So we must endeavor to persist.
Regardless, I think Ostenar is a part of this. So if we do run into him again,
How old is Ostenar?
he's a little older, like 30s, 40s.
How long have you been? 30s, 40s?
Wow.
No.
Nick,
Say
why
it.
did you laugh like the count just now?
Okay,
It's all vampires. all the way
so
down.
we've been friends for 3 years,
And we're ending that.
and that's a pretty good run, I guess.
That's right.
Time to change things up.
You had 3 years to say something about my laugh, and you're choosing
It
now.
was just right now. It was just now that you laughed like that for some reason. I don't know.
Wow, you're really still talking, huh?
That's right, I am. What are you gonna do about it, punk?
Oh, fucking come over there. Yeah, wind it up.
Or I wish you would.
Why I oughta.
Why I oughta.
So,
I'm just
Are we still
shooting the shit.
When
I just-
pretty. Sorry.
Yeah. No, yeah, I just wanted to fucking like drop those little thoughts and see what people thought.
I think my point is that Quinn, if you end up ending the world, we still love you.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
Alright.
I will do my best to not destroy the world. I
That'd
hope
be
it helps.
so nice. Swell. Big fan, actually, of Terminus.
I'm pretty sure if the world ends, we could always probably go to the moon, since
Since
It's
your mom's the
there.
moon.
since that's my mom.
And go to
I'm
my
going to
mom's
throw
place.
this out here. I don't want to go to the moon.
Oh, hopefully your
Another
mom.
moon?
Hopefully your mom is cooler than your dad.
Yeah.
Celine, how do you think that we could get to the moon?
Moon
No, I want to.
magic.
Yeah, no, explain it out to me.
Moon magic. Just
Yeah,
moon.
you- Great.
I might
I
be able
see.
to get the Lord of Flowers to do it.
No.
Moon prism power?
Yes. I
Moon,
just asked.
moonflower power.
I just ask nicely, and she will beam us up.
Well,
the mother-
Well,
Well-
what we could do is since we could just go to the edge of Terminus, and once the moon circles around, we jump off the edge of Terminus onto the
Exactly.
moon.
Demetrius.
Exactly.
Demetrius is a flat earther.
Oh no!
I love that that wasn't just like
Demetrius has sailed around the world and is still convinced.
Oh
The
my god!
the MIS faked the moon landing. So do you
Yes,
all
we go to
continue?
sleep.
Okay.
Let's wrap this up.
Also, one last detail that I forgot to mention because I was a dingus. Koigram, as you were flashing your light around,
Yeah.
when you began to shine it on the forest in front of you,
Ah, yes.
the light just stopped and did not illuminate the forest past the boundary of the
Oh,
trees.
fuck.
You fucking what, mate?
On that note,
Oh my god, it's just an illusory forest.
one last thing.
Uh-huh.
Someone got it.
One last thing. As you all drift off to sleep, Demetrius.
Fuck
Oh,
you.
God.
Don't do this.
Oh.
Oh,
it's
Okay.
Begins to dream. And I think we'll be back in
oh
about
fuck, I
10
was trying to get
minutes.
my notes right.
Fucking blue
We'll
balls.
be
So
right
Jesus.
back.
So ready for this.
So
I am
what? I had something to say.
Yeah. Do tell.
I'm really proud. I took my cat to the vet today, and I'm really proud of him because he was so well behaved. He just flops over in pancakes, and he let the ladies give him his shots.
Oh.
And and when they brought him back after they cleaned his ears, they were like, he was the best patient, which is I'm so proud of my boy because he's a cat, and cats are famously not good for vet visits. But he did such a good job, and he just purred the whole time, and he let the ladies touch him and do their thing, and yeah, that's
Was this Winston?
Good point.
yes, it was Winston.
Winston endorses the new trilogy.
Yes,
Wait, no.
No,
yeah,
no, Winston adamantly opposes.
Winston has no opinion. He does not know what Star Wars am. Him just a dumb boy. Him just a pancake man.
So,
I will say, regardless of whether I think they're good, I had a lot of fun.
and speaking of having fun, Demetrius, Demetrius,
Oh, yes, hi,
Demetrius.
Demetrius here.
let's have a talk.
Okay. Let's do it.
Sleep takes you. And as you close your eyes, your breathing slows. You reopen your eyes to a familiar dreamscape. A fire kind of crackles before you. Seated across from you appears to be Iris, except she is all black and boasts 3 pairs of arms from her torso. And she is sitting very human-like. She kind of has her legs crossed and her bottommost arms kind of leaned on her knee and is leaning forward, just kind of regarding you.
Do I have like autonomy in the stream? Am I a kind of more or less like
Yeah.
Looking at this facsimile of Iris? Show me the real you.
If only it were that simple. And if only I wanted to.
What is it you want?
You said no more tricks. You didn't like the theatrics. I'll put it simply. Everything. It wouldn't be so bad. If you're on my side, that is. You're going somewhere I cannot watch. I could protect you, but not once you enter. Unless you let me in first. What do you really have to lose?
Well, now, if you had asked me that just a day or 2 ago, I would have said a whole lot. But at this point, nothing at all.
Do we have an accord?
No, no, we don't. I'm going to need far more information before I agree to anything. First off, everything is too broad. I'm going to need more. Do you want this world, this realm, Terminus, Rawbach, existence? It's a bit lofty of a goal, don't you think?
Not so lofty. Your world is little, concentrated, like a diamond. A diamond in the rough, if you will. I have my ambitions. I have my kingdom that will be mine. But my reach could extend further with your help. And you could have anything you wanted. And I do mean anything.
A few things on such thoughts. First, you have your kingdom already. Yes, you have your own very little fiefdom.
Whatever you wish to call it. For
Show
all
me.
intents and purposes, practically, it's mine.
Then show me. Give me a preview, a taste of what this glorious new world you're crafting and whether or not I see myself in it.
Make a persuasion
Earn
check.
make a persuasion check?
Yeah.
Or so
I didn't mean to
fucking
cut you off, though. What were you gonna say?
No, we're all right. Nat 20, look at it. Okay, not bad actually.
Not
Hey.
bad. Okay.
That's like
Okay.
the second best roll Demetrius can get.
Her teeth glint as she smiles. And around you, the scene changes. You go from the vibrant night of a forest around you to suddenly having this like salty sea air in your face as you're gazing upon the streets of Nero. It's not very crowded, but everywhere people walk, they wear smiles. Everyone's just walking and smiling.
Do they look like genuine smiles, or are they like their faces have been plastered? Like basically they're wearing a mask, they're stuck there.
Make an insight check.
Sure. Dirty 20.
It seems like magic. Perhaps some sort of charm. But, I mean, aside from that, the emotions seem real. They're just, magically applied, it seems. In front of you, or rather next to you, actually, at this point, the hand stands.
These people seem so very happy, despite there being so few of them. These emotions that they walk around displaying for the few to see.
Emotions are like people. Less is more. It wouldn't be so different, really.
And once my glorious service and tenure to you has come to an end, I can be given such blissful ignorance.
Your glorious service to me would never come to an end.
I'm a man getting on fairly on in his years now. I'd say you have another 50 years of service in me before age takes me.
You could say that. I would say differently. And in my queendom, what I say goes.
How fortunate.
It could be.
My wife and child, where do they slot into this?
Can you still call them that?
Perhaps not. Though, regardless of the legal status I bear with Thalia and Ophelia, my love for them endures, and I will not see them harmed or captivated.
If you would not see them harmed, then I would not. It would, of course, in the end, be up to them. I can only protect what I can see.
See, that's the thing. How are you going to protect all this world, all of creation, everything, if you can't see it all?
With your help, I could.
2 sets of eyes for the whole of existence. Seems like a daunting task, to say the least.
You would only need one eye. You would only need to be an eye. The eye. We could elevate you to power you could not imagine. Or, well, I'm sure you can imagine the alternative.
Enlighten me. Consider me interested, but my hesitations, I think, are well earned. After all, we've already fought one of your others.
One of my others.
Yes. I, Maul, Guts, all the others. Already was the Fallon, that's right.
A pretty one. Yes, I did see. Fallon has been useful. But well, some toys break.
That they do. The rest of this party I'm traveling with, where do they slot in? I don't imagine they'll comply with your requests.
You don't
And I
imagine they
doubt...
will?
No. And I doubt that there's very little I could say or do to convince them otherwise. But I must admit I've grown increasingly fond of them and don't wish to see them harmed or so blissfully happy.
I see. Well, you wouldn't need to convince them of anything. That would be up to me. Except, well,
No, don't stop there. Go on. Except what?
the strange one.
You're going to have to be more specific.
Pretty voice likes to splash into the minds of others. There is one among you I cannot see. The hand, the great mighty hand, has a weakness.
No, that doesn't sound very godly.
Yet, I do not yet have an eye.
Demetrius just kind of smiles, extends a hand.
We have an accord.
Does she take my hand?
She will look at you before she does and await a response.
Demetrius puts his hand down, pulls out the mechanical hand, his fingers crossed. You'll never have an eye. Not with me.
Fine. Have it your way. You will see. I will not be denied.
I think you already have.
Please make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, give me a fat nat 20. How's a 10 sound?
Okay. So,
Actually, I am choosing to redeem my point of inspiration that I've been holding on to since a long ass fucking time.
Wow.
okay.
It
Go
may
on
have been
ahead.
Mortal. I think Mortal gave this.
You-
It was somebody.
Fucker.
God damn it. All right, go ahead and roll again.
Oh, please. Ah!
Oh no.
So, the good news.
All right.
Oh, God.
You awake with a gasp. The night around you is still dark here on the edge of the forest. Nothing seems amiss.
I don't. Looking around, Demetrius will activate the seeing eye,
Okay.
and it's going to just look around at everyone else.
Everything for the moment seems normal.
Demetrius just kind of sits there for a moment, looking, listening. Before he kind of even just, the faintest smile hits his face. He says, kind of under his breath, "A welcome distraction." And he will just simply lay back down.
Okay.
Unless otherwise disturbed.
Okay. The rest of you. The night passes without further incident. In the small hours of the morning, the hard rain lightens to a drizzle. The morning is yours.
May will warn everybody before she drops the domes because they're about to get rained on.
Rocky sprouts more feathers.
Is it like a cold, is it a cold rain?
Yeah, kinda. I mean, not like a November rain, but like, it's not
Yeah,
great.
but late spring, early summer.
Yeah, it's not great feeling.
So we're going to go into the woods?
I thought we were going back to the town to
Into the
check-
woods.
Oh, into the woods to check the clearing,
No.
and then back to
Right.
the town to see where Ostenar went. I remember when we say things.
Into the
Depending-
woods.
Depending on what
Into the
happens
woods.
here.
Okay.
The woods to grandmother's house.
So, you all just kind of start in.
I'd like to take out the lantern again
Okay.
and the forest like swallows the light essentially.
Yes.
Like
As all of you cross the threshold into the woods, it is as if it is still nighttime. And the lantern within the lantern, you see that the lantern is glowing, but the glow does not spread. As if light cannot penetrate this place.
That's deeply uncomfortable.
So it's like night dark in here. Am I the only motherfucker without dark vision?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How embarrassing.
Okay.
Yeah.
How embarrassing.
Question.
Answer.
Are we anywhere near Knox?
Knox? Like the
The
city
forest?
Knox?
I
No, you are
mean,
not.
Yeah.
Okay. That's weird.
Yeah, we're over by
Yeah, we're
on that island.
half a world away, I think.
Oh, okay.
Demetrius will take point and just like trundle on in.
I fastened the lantern to like my belt so that it is kind of like still there and lit, but yeah, I know it's not gonna do much.
We're gonna navigate mostly by following Quigrim's
You
like
can
hip
just
light.
barely see it. Yeah. Yeah.
Rocky, can you see in the dark?
Is that a thing people can do?
Okay.
Yes.
No, I can't.
Quigrim, do you care if we hold on to you so we don't get separated?
Not at all.
It's small and faint, but little like I hope this is okay. Little bits of like moss and vine curl out from his cloak and reach out to your hands and kind of just like wrap around a finger gently.
Okay.
That's really cute.
This is great. Okay.
Oh,
And then May will like reach out her hand, her other hand behind her, and hold Rocky's hand.
Yeah, Rocky takes it.
Ooh.
May's
Not
got that
touching
feeling of
you,
like
I'm
when
not-
seaweed wraps itself around your hand in the ocean.
It's just like she was just thinking like maybe like a bit of rope or his hand or like something on his clothes, and here comes a fucking like tendril of moss.
Hey, welcome to the Shiva Pine, baby.
You know, Rocky, why don't we switch places actually?
Oh, okay.
The fine easily. Let's go. It's not trying to
The
keep
light
you or anything.
is clear. The light is good.
I need a hand free, so
The woods are just trees. The trees are just the woods.
So,
Rocky switches hands. Switches places.
I guess anyone that is trying to track their way towards the clearing that Demetrius described, go ahead and make a survival check.
Whee! Survival.
Yeah.
Oh no, my rolls are poopy caca now.
Got them all out of the way.
If I'm
I
just
did,
holding
I got
hands
them
and
all out
following,
of the
Does
way.
it matter?
What'd you say?
I'm just holding hands and following anyway, so I guess my survival check doesn't matter.
Hey,
Look at that nat 20, Celine.
Demetrius, you start to kind of like wander through what you think is the right way. Cillian, you recognize he's about to go on just like a deer trail.
Papa's lost in the mall, apparently.
You just hear from the trees over top, just like wrong way, old man. This way.
Celine is like Naruto running through the woods.
Yeah, you don't even see her. You just hear like brush just like shaking, just like in like the trees.
Demetrius is going like full predator, just like nervously looking in the trees.
Good
Where's
point.
the Cinnabon?
I smell cinnamon
Aunt-
rolls.
Auntie Anne's.
Anyone making toast?
What in the hell is a Claire's?
Who Who the fuck is Claire?
Who is Victoria and what's her secret?
Are y'all trying to be stealthy?
I am.
Okay, anyone that's trying to be stealthy, make a stealth check.
Not particularly.
I didn't specify,
Well,
so I'm gonna
yeah,
say no.
Yeah, not really.
So Rocky's trying to be stealthy, but not about their walking. They're trying to be stealthy about whether or not May can see the blush on Rocky's face.
Incredible.
Meanwhile, May can't see right here.
Nice second nat 20.
God, Celine, Jesus Christ, in a row. Amazing.
This has never happened before ever in my life, and I hate that this is when it happens. That it's just walking through woods.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Into the
I'm walking through the woods so well. I am walking through the woods the best.
I'm the best to ever walk through the woods, potentially, really.
It's really good. You actually are able to like kind of climb up into the trees and are crossing through branches just light as air.
Yep.
Not even on the ground.
Yeah.
But you, in just your disembodied kind of way, are able to also direct everyone in like the correct direction towards the clearing. And eventually all of you do come to, do I have this image? I think I do.
And by image, they mean battle map.
Roll initiative, idiots.
Well,
You
Nice
went
job,
into the
doofus.
grove of eternal night, you fucking nitwits.
What did you think was going
What
to
did you
happen?
it's probably fine.
Oh,
Uh,
that looks fine.
That looks like
Yeah.
the forbidden
This is a
forest.
nice
totally
friendly
fine.
image.
Really,
You-
it's
Into
chill.
the woods.
Ready for
A
the
plate-
spiders.
Like the how dangerous a place is 100% correlated with how wiggly the trees are.
I was about to say. I was like, it's gonna be the trees. It's gonna be the wiggles.
Yeah, as you approach, closest to you, as you're approaching, it looks like there is some kind of like small-ish stone building. And then beyond that, there are kind of some like ruined buildings that are made of like wood like the others were. But this stone kind of little building kind of
Can May see that it's there?
I mean,
Like
it's
how
not-
nighttime is this?
it's I mean there's no light.
Okay, so it's just like cave dark.
This isn't your typical darkness.
This is advanced
This
darkness.
is
advanced
advanced darkness.
Okay, then never mind.
Hello,
Yeah.
darkness, my old friend.
I've come to talk with you again. Actually, you know what? To be fair, this isn't something that I know offhand. Is a standard nighttime in D&D a dim light area or a no light area?
Subjective. If you have like
It-
the moon out, it could be
Yeah.
low light.
Yeah.
If it's a moonless, starless night, it'd be darkness.
I mean, it's drizzly, it's rainy, there's no
It's
light.
dark.
It is
Yeah.
darkness.
Okay,
Okay.
that's,
Darkness, my old friend.
then
but-
never mind.
The rest of you that have dark vision are able to see this kind of stone building at the forefront.
Black and white. I just kind of like narrate to Rocky and May behind me, kind of like,
Watch the stone here. There's a building. It's to the left. You just follow to the right. It's like nope. See, that's that's what I was talking about.
No, you gave good directions. I just can't see anything.
I
Shit.
no, I totally get that. That's crazy.
Celine, you just hear like in the trees, like, watch out.
Your left on your left. Left.
Other left!
Your other left.
May is like super smart, but canonically gets left and right mixed up.
Yes, it's the tism.
It's
It's the mental illness in it.
It's the
it's a
Wumbly
mental
Chumblies.
illness in it.
She's got the Wumbly Chumblies.
She's got a wobbly chomp.
Do I have the Chumbly Wumblies?
Not right now.
Okay.
Not right now, but
no
in general.
chumbles to be seen.
So this is Rotas
From Wumbles and Chumbles.
to the group. This is Rotas, or is it the
Uh,
town or just a building?
Looks like it's just a building, but this might
Oh.
be it still. I don't know.
It
Those
seems
of
like there might be
you-
more, but
Yeah. Those of you with dark vision do see beyond some kind of shadowed outlines of like ruined buildings in the distance, in the near distance.
I mean, but even our vision has limits.
Yeah, 60 feet. So it shouldn't come as a surprise to anybody, but I'll probably be pretty useless in the dark like this. So if it can't be lit, I don't know what we're going to do, and we're just kind of in the rain.
Yeah.
How are you with directions?
Well, I grew up in a city my whole life.
So you're great, right? Like city maps are so complicated sometimes.
Okay, but like, what do you mean, like north and south, or?
Yeah, I
A
mean,
clock.
like-
Think of it a clock. So
Okay.
facing straight ahead is 12 o'clock, and behind you is 6 o'clock.
No, I mean, I know what the clock looks like.
Right. So, potentially, if I were to narrate to you that someone is standing at 1:37 at a distance
Wait,
of...
what are the minute hands doing? That's two angles.
Those are their bodyguards.
What I mean
I'm-
to say is you have an hour hand and you have a minute hand, so that's
Right.
two different places.
So,
Like you would just say 1 o'clock.
to be specific about where between the 1 and the 2, I would tell you the minutes.
While this conversation is happening,
Yeah.
Can we please get a fucking Boy Scout in the party so we can fucking...
Quinn's gonna
So-
pop a squat and begin casting Detect Magic.
Sure, yeah. At the conclusion of that, you do detect a magical presence within the small stone building.
Okay. I'm gonna stand up and just say, I think I've got something over here. Does somebody mind coming with me, just in
Yes.
case? it's
God.
dangerous?
I'll go with
Jesus.
Quinn.
Whoa! I mean, so not Jesus. I mean,
God!
fan-
Oh,
Fantasy.
law!
Fantasy.
Saloon.
Blah blah
Uh,
blah.
Yeehaw.
blah blah blah.
Is it bad if I use your mom as a curse word?
Oh, moon.
Saloon, damn it.
Moon. Damn it.
Saloon, damn it.
Quinn's gonna head over to that building and
That's
see
my
if he can mark
mom.
down.
Sure. So when you enter the building, it's just like a one room, looks kind of like a mausoleum. There's just a pillar in the center of the building.
Did you call it a mausoleum?
Not a moon.
Mausoleum.
I thought we were all just gonna let it slide.
No, we're gonna let her roll.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to clip that.
Incredible.
You
Is that gonna be
unironically-
traumatic for DG?
I was
Oh
gonna say,
no!
Mausoleum is DG's personal mansion. It's the name.
Yep, it's
There
sponsored,
are there's
sponsored
so
by
many-
Disney.
we
there's
just
so
walk
many
by and we can
people
faintly hear.
there. Uh-huh.
Oh
boy.
Anyway.
Welcome to my humble abode.
Welcome to my mausoleum.
My humble abode. It's good to
Dang,
have
I
you
just-
here.
This is really.
I just got an email. We're being sued.
Oh shit!
Shit, damn it. Fuck.
I just got the email.
I just got the email. It's real bad. It's
It was a
real
good
bad.
run. We had fun.
So,
Anyway,
Meanwhile, I'm explaining to Koigram, like, no, I actually have to be able to, like, literally see the person I'm casting magic on most of the time.
Oh,
so
you can't just just point and shoot.
No.
Oh,
there is
Well-
a pillar. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh no, go.
There's a pillar
It sure is.
in the center of the room.
Okay.
There's a skull on it.
All right.
fuck.
In the corner, there is a skeleton. Like a full body skeleton.
Yeah.
Head or no head?
Head.
Is it
Okay.
humanoid?
So
Skeleton.
there's one just a head on the pillar.
There's a skull on a pillar.
Yes, and then there is a separate skeleton, full, intact, also with a head.
Yes.
Okay.
Intact. Oh, I see.
So head.
The source of the magic is the skull on the pedestal.
Fuck.
And
What?
as you approach, there is what looks like a grid etched onto the top of the skeleton.
Oh, what school of
On the
magic
top
is
of the skeleton? On the top of the skeleton or the skull?
The skull.
Okay.
Did I say? Oh shit! I'm getting my
It's-
bones mixed
that's
up.
just-
Oh,
There's too
My
many bones.
You know what? Never mind
No,
about
my
the
bones.
skeleton. Fuck it.
There's too
There's
many
no
bones.
skeleton.
Never
So-
mind.
Just the skull.
Fuck it, no
You-
pillar,
You
nothing
look
there.
away and look back, and it's gone.
You
Uh,
find the treasure, fuck you.
In the skeleton in the corner is like, it's wearing clothes. It looks to have somehow maybe perished here. It's carrying its belongings. And in the grid, etched into the skull,
Whoa.
Oh fuck.
Oh, fuck.
We got a riddle pillar.
Oh,
Oh, wait.
Oh,
is
at least
this,
there's
is this a
riddle.
Wordle?
oh,
Stop.
I'm already,
Yeah,
my
oh,
brain
fuck.
is already seeing all the O's and the T's and the A's, and my brain is just like potato, 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 potato.
Potato, 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 potato.
Is it potato?
I
Did
feel
we
like-
solve it?
where's the
I feel
R
like
in
we-
potato?
Yeah, there's no R, there's no P, also.
Our group puts the
Taters.
R in potato.
Are we supposed to be drawing together on this? Is that what we're doing?
I feel like
Potentially.
I feel like I just hear Quinn go, boy.
Oh boy.
Everybody's like, what is in there?
It looks like some kind of grid.
A riddle. It's a
Um,
riddle.
It has Rotas written on it, like on each of the sides.
What languages
I'm
do you
just gonna-
speak, by the way, Quinn?
What languages do I speak? Well, here's the thing about
What
that.
languages do I speak?
Here's the
Me?
here's the exact thing about that.
My languages? Me?
Could I know thieves can't. Could I possibly peruse the area and see if possibly there's any script anywhere to see if any fellow sneaky sneaks might have left clues about this particular
Sure.
riddle?
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check as you kind of do around. And are you going into the mausoleum? 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 The linoleum?
mausoleum.
Or are you
got
like going to the town that's like in the same area?
Yeah, I'll just peruse the outside area.
Okay.
I did not roll very well. It
That's
was an
okay.
11.
We'll come back to that.
Okay.
Quinn, what languages do you speak?
All
Oh.
of them.
Awesome.
Oh, great.
Oh, great. I
Tell
forgot.
me.
As you cast that, it occurs to you. Rotas is the dwarven word for word.
Neat.
Sator is the dwarven word for God.
Oh, word. Okay, Rotas is the dwarven word
Oh.
for word. Sator is the dwarven
Oh.
word for.
Also, as you cast this, more words kind of catch your eye as you're looking just in this area,
Yeah.
etched into the back wall, and kind of this grand script in Dwarvish, which you now are able to read.
Mhm.
Around our tenet, we bear the word, all things return to one. I'm
Okay.
just gonna type it here.
Yes. Yes. Yes, please.
Oh no, this is bad. All right. We're here.
Are you?
Yes.
You don't look here.
Dude, I'm the most here I've ever been.
You
in my
look
life.
somewhere else right now.
Oops.
Are you typing it in?
Yeah.
Where are you typing it?
Mortal
not
is
there
fucking
yet.
on that shit. It's in the chat right now.
Oh. Around our tenant, we bear the word, all things return to
Wait, is it tenant or tenant?
Tenet.
And that.
Okay. Yeah.
Tenet.
Pivot.
Tenet. Around our
Tenet.
tenant.
Oh. I'm not in there. I'll shut up.
So
Yeah.
around our tenant.
I also have an intelligence of like 9, so
Can we move in there? Quiglin, will you take us in there?
Yeah,
Oh
please.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
and he leads the way inside.
Would you? Would you
Would
like me
I?
to describe it for you, or would you like me to get you a box?
You son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Speaking of doors.
Derbs.
There is stuff to look at too, if you want.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'll look at more stuff. I'm just
I
sorry.
wish I
I'm
could
just-
look at stuff.
No, you're good. I just don't want.
Is it still too dark for us?
Quinn
or
was
can
going
we
full
see?
assault.
Rocky, yes.
Did I find anything?
Celine, so you did not find any like thieves' cant around
Okay.
here,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Oh, boop.
Quinn, you're a genius.
I don't know. 'Cause there's 2 I'm missing.
There's still like the skeleton that's in the corner. There's stuff to, so you don't have to like sit here and guess words.
Okay, I'll check with the guy in the corner.
Cool.
If I didn't find anything, I'd like to circle back to the mausoleum and just check for traps everywhere, anywhere. Booby traps, little pressure plates, little tripwires, anything like that.
Okay, go ahead and do an investigation check.
Beep beep beep.
Quinn, you open
Hey.
the guy's like pack on the skeleton, and there's a journal inside.
Oh shit, yeah.
Um,
Okay, perfect. I was just filling this in. I wasn't actually like in like writing this.
No,
just
you're
so you
good.
know.
You're good. Yeah, I kind of figured.
Quinn just starts writing all over the, the skull.
Quinn, no!
Fuck you, puzzle.
The thing that you
It's
noticed
Central Jersey.
about, actually, never mind. In the guy's bag, there's a little journal, and it's just letters and words that are all like scribbled out. Scrawls in
Humble
Dwarvish. There's one word that is not crossed out. Opera. Opera.
Opera. What does that mean?
It means to bear.
I see.
Auf Dwarvish.
Opera.
Opera.
Is it spelled opera?
Yeah.
It's spelled like opera.
Sick. Very
But you
cool.
gotta say it opera.
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 You gotta say it
Hey,
with the.
opera.
Oh, are dwarves Italian?
Hey.
Just
Hey,
like just
Mamma
like
mia,
us.
I love it. The gold.
Just like all
I sing the opera at the
Hey.
mausoleum.
just like all elves speak Spanish. The Elvish is
Elvish is just Spanish.
yeah.
Okay.
That would be so great if there were like a bunch of like polyglot or bilingual like D&D players, and like certain people like spoke certain languages and some people like actually like for real didn't. So if they wanted to have a conversation like in a different language,
That'd
like
be
the
cool.
DM could just speak Spanish to another player. That'd be so awesome.
That'd be
so
pretty
Quinn,
cool.
Quinn is gonna like jot this down in like a journal or something real quick, just trying to copy it. And then he's gonna go over to May. May, can you see like at all?
Nope.
Wait, hold on.
I unhook the lantern from my belt and hold it real close.
How about now?
I'll let you investigate with disadvantage,
Okay.
or like
I will-
whichever role you want to do.
What am I doing? Like
Whatever
to
you
be able to try and see it, or
I don't know.
okay.
What?
If you're holding the lantern up for May to see, you can
Yeah.
kind of see and do whatever you want with that information at disadvantage.
Okay.
What are you asking May to do, I guess?
I'm trying to make it so that May can see.
See like my drawings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you drawing?
Also, Quinn, as you kind of reverse the word opera, repo,
Hmm. That was
Uh,
my question.
the dwarvish word for law.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
Okay.
Okay, is this what is written on the skull?
No, this is what I am. This is what I'm thinking I'm gonna write on the skull. I just wanted to run it by somebody who's smarter than me. You know, my only secret is I can read. I can read every language right now.
Okay, so do these mean things to you? I see rotas, tenant,
Yeah.
opera.
So Rotas is word. Sator is god.
Okay.
Opera, not opera. It's opera. It's spelled the same way. There's a word for it. I can't remember.
A different
Is it-
language, yeah.
Yeah, it's a different language. I mean, it's
Hom-
spelled the
homin-
same.
Oh, like
Homonym?
Homonyms? Is it a homonym? that
Homonym
sounds-
sounds.
Oh,
Yeah, a
one
homonym.
last
Or
relevant detail.
it's
just
the
before I
other
forget. Celine, as
Yeah.
you check for traps, this room is trapped.
Oh,
Um, as you're looking around, you see in the four corners of the ceiling, there are 4 what look like glyphs
Okay.
that are so far dormant.
Okay. Do I see what might activate the glyphs?
You can make an arcana check to discern it.
Okay.
Mm.
I
I
would say that meanwhile, Rocky's still holding on to the slimy tentacle with one hand, and as May moved off to go look with Quinn, just like slid her hand from May's hand, so May has both hands, but like up her sleeve and just has like, you know, like the cute little anime, like grab your boyfriend's sleeve kind of a thing, like yeah, just holding on to May's
Adorable.
sleeve.
I rolled poop.
It's hard to say.
Fresh.
Probably try kicking that rune.
Back.
Okay, Quinn. Well, if all of these things mean something to you, then I think that you've got it right. It
Hey,
looks good to me.
hey, gang. We need to be real careful. This whole room is trapped.
Oh,
I don't know what will set it off, but there are glyphs in each, and I will direct everyone's attention to what I saw. I cannot discern what sets off the traps, what activates them, but they are there.
Okay, well,
So-
knowing that, do we want to maybe attempt this remotely somehow?
you all could just stand outside, and I could do it.
What
If
is
it
it?
blows up, it's just me. And
No,
it's probably fine. I
this
could
is
get really
not a-
mad all of a sudden and probably
Well-
do some.
I mean, Celine can use Mage Hand, so
Yes. Also,
What?
I think this is right. I
I think
think
that
Celine will cast Mage Hand and just like
I-
my hand and the Mage Hand will just wave.
Sure.
I think it's
Oh.
right too, Quinn. I think you got it.
Is
That's
the mage hand glowing? Is that something that Rocky can see?
The
Yes.
mage hand is not glowing, or at least
Oh.
not functionally in this space.
Yeah, it's just like just a dim magical like aura.
that's
Nothing that like
very
is not-
weird.
Yes, it's purple for the record.
Okay.
Okay, well, let's leave
let's
this
go stand
building,
outside.
and then what are we meant to do? Carve it in, or
I'm gonna try to carve it in. I think it is a good idea if you guys stay outside. If there is a large explosion that hurts me real bad, I would really appreciate it if somebody
Well-
could save me.
Wait,
The-
Well, no,
Uh,
Celine has Mage Hand.
wait.
To
We
clarify,
not have a better way of doing
Yeah,
this.
To
you tell
clarify-
me what to. We're all gonna step outside. You're gonna give me the thing, and I'm gonna send
Okay.
my Mage Hand in to carve it in.
to clarify,
Okay.
the grid is etched into the skull. The letters appear to be written in. You see in
Okay.
shades of gray with your dark vision, so it's hard to really discern more than that.
Okay, so we don't even need to chisel it. We just
Yeah,
gotta
like
write
a
on it.
paintbrush or like a piece of chalk or something.
Okay, here's a quill. I'm gonna hand you a
Okay.
quill.
A quill.
Now, how
You don't have
familiar?
a piece of charcoal? May, do you have like a piece of charcoal or something? Like
yeah,
as,
actually,
Like a component thing. Yeah, I feel like that'd be better. Sorry.
How
Not
familiar are you with the dwarven alphabet?
no, it's great. I'll just get into my backpack in the dark. It's fine.
You just magic the charcoal to your hand.
That's not how.
Demetrius, don't
that's
say
not how
anything right
magic
now.
works.
Demetrius,
Celine will-
don't speak anymore.
The mage hand just goes up to Demetrius's mouth and just goes shh.
How
I just hold my hand like an inch away from me.
You know, I can't see anything, but I can feel it.
Okay. If it's okay, I'll go in her bag and reach and get the charcoal because I can see.
Sure, yeah. That's fine.
May just fucking vibrates.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, spilled something.
Because I know
Oh, sorry,
Celine is the
sorry,
kind of
sorry,
person to
sorry,
be like,
sorry,
I hope
sorry.
it's okay, and is already doing it.
I'm just
Lynn,
gonna.
how familiar are you with the Dwarven alphabet? Because there's letters that aren't really like in common, but they like sound
How-
like there's like an
How about
there's,
okay?
like, an sound.
Listen, how about you take your quill and you write it down for me so I can see it, and then I'll just copy it.
Okay, I hold up my notepad that already has it written down.
All right, they give me.
this?
I like just take the notepad. And I'm like, fuck, Jesus Christ.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
Listen, there's a lot of like nuances in Dwarven script, so make sure you don't like accidentally make the wrong.
I'm
Better.
looking at. How can
Draw
how can
the
I make it
accents
wrong?
too.
How can I make it
okay?
wrong? It's in front of my
Accents
face.
are
I
important.
didn't
Make
think
Shut
sure
up.
that
they're
dwarves
there.
had
Shut up.
accents. I thought
Shut
it was
up.
all.
Shut up! I send the mage hand out.
Okay, and you write it in charcoal.
Yes,
Hmm.
on the wall.
Okay.
It's
A few
on the
moments
skull.
pass.
It's on the skull.
On the grid. Whatever the fuck.
A few moments pass and nothing happens.
Okay.
What can you see about what it's written in?
I'll go into the room.
Don't pick it up.
No, I'm not. I'm just gonna look at it. Can I tell what this writing is in?
Make a Arcana or a Medicine check or a Nature check. Make a Intelligence check of your choice, I guess.
Oh God.
you just go down the list of
You start rattling them all off.
Just like all of them, you can make this one or this one or this one or this one.
Did you say medicine, or was that a slip of the tongue?
I was just kind of starting to rattle off all of the intelligence checks.
Okay.
But
Medicine.
that is one of the ones you
Medicine.
could make if you want to.
Okay. Then I will do a medicine check if that's all right.
Okay, yeah.
From outside the room, May is
Damn.
saying, a lot of things here have to do with blood.
Yeah, I had that thought.
You flake a little bit off with your fingernail. It's coppery, it tastes like blood.
Yeah, fuck.
All right, come out. I'll fix it. And after Quinn comes out, Celine will take a dagger and just cut it open, and then have the mage hand just be like bing 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 bing, and then go over.
Tap, tap, tap.
You
The
have to cut
Family
across
Guy
your
bit.
palm
Dip,
like
dip,
that.
dip, dip,
That's
dip,
like
dip.
Okay, so you draw the letters in your blood. Go ahead and take a point of damage as
Okay.
you cut your hand open.
I'm just gonna heal it immediately.
Oh, then
Okay,
don't worry
thanks.
about it, Quinn.
Then don't do that.
Spend the whatever spell slot.
Yeah.
So you do this.
Oh, it's a fat heal. Jesus. Space Jesus. Fantasy Jesus.
There's a sound.
Jesus.
Sorry.
Okay.
The midichlorians start talking to each other.
Oh,
There's a sound from inside the mausoleum.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as you go and kind of peer through, where there had been a section of the floor, there is now a staircase leading down.
Bum, bum, bum,
Whoa.
bum.
And I think there
Ah.
is where we will
Oh.
end tonight's session, maybe.
Uh-huh,
Can I just-
uh-huh.
The
Five more
party.
minutes, Mom.